So welcome back to today's video. Today we are going to be doing a really fun tutorial and I'm going to be sharing with you guys tons of products I've never tried before, tons of affordable products. Since it is September, I'm sure a lot of you guys, maybe you're a teacher or you're going back to work or you're going back into the office. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys a kind of back to work, back to the office makeup look. It's gonna be so good and so fun, so let's hop on into it. And if you are new here, hey, my name is Kim. I do tons of fun beauty content like this, affordable beauties, shop with me's hauls, TJ Maxx, Dollar Tree, Marshalls, all that good stuff. If you like that, then you will really enjoy my channel, and also make sure you turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on my future videos. And let's hop on into it. Okay, I don't think I've ever done something like this before, like a back to work look, so it should be really fun. And I'm actually doing this video with skinstore.com, so just so you guys know, this is not a paid video. I'm not getting paid to make this video. They sent me products for free. I got to pick out all the products, and they're also giving you guys 25% off their website, so everything will be linked down below. And if you do use one of my links to buy something, I get a very small commission. Like, it could be 10 cents, it could be 20 cents, something like that. So just so you guys know, I'm not getting paid like a lump sum of money to make this video. It's not a paid collaboration, it's just like an affiliate collaboration. They have so many good brands on their website, and I tried as best as I could to stick with things that were affordable. That was very important to me. So here is my makeup loot that I'm going to be diving into. I think I'm going to start out with eyes. So the first thing I picked up is this Revolution Pro. This is a new neutral blushed palette. I actually did a whole video on Makeup Revolution products a few months ago, and it was really fun. Revolution is known for having like dupe palettes, and this one is no exception. It is also a dupe. I believe this is a Huda Beauty dupe. So there are the colors. I honestly was just really drawn to this. You have lots of mattes. I mean, you're not going to be wearing those crazy pressed glitters to work, or I mean, hey, maybe you are, but majority of people I don't think are wearing glitter to work. So I'm going to try and make this like office appropriate. I zoomed you guys in a bit so you could see better. The palette does retail for only $9.99. So crazy. So I did already prime my eyes with the Revolution Pro Eye Elements Core Eye Primer. Gotta say, I am super happy. There is a matte shade in here. The shade is called Tone right here. I'm just going to put this right on top of that eyeshadow primer, and I did bring this all the way up to my brow bone. Now this is actually really nice and going on super creamy. You know how I feel about my brow bone colors. I like them to be nice and creamy. I think I'm going to dive in first with a crease shade. I'm going to take this corally shade Bloom right here and pop that into the crease. It's always good to start with just like a transition shade to get the eye look going. The shade is okay. It's kind of like, it's not my favorite. It's a little bit see-through, not much pigment to it, not my favorite application. So this is a really pretty shade. It's called Claret. It's like a medium tone purple. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pop that right onto the outer corner. I feel like this is a shade I would wear to the office, and when I did work in an office setting, I did wear eyeshadows, not every day, but you know, I worked in beauty, so obviously I like to look nice and have my makeup done. A lot of times I would be filming things and appearing on camera, so I would have to have my makeup and hair done. And I would say the majority of the girls in the office, they did wear makeup. I mean, I don't think a lot of them are wearing like eyeshadow, probably just eyeliner and mascara, but I've always loved putting on eyeshadow. It is pretty decent. I'm not gonna say it's my favorite. This formula is kind of disappointing me a bit, but we're gonna make it work. AOA Studio E140 brush. It's kind of like an angled brush. I like this color because it's just kind of like a plum. It's kind of muted, nothing too crazy. I'm finding this palette to not be the best pigmentation. I find it to be a little bit on the powdery side. I mean, for $10, I think it's pretty decent, but not the best, honestly. I like that first color I put on. Just kind of like blended away to nothing. I'm like, where did that color go? I don't love when that happens. I'm just gonna try and add a little bit more in here. I need to invent like a back pillow for makeup YouTubers. So I really actually like how the purple looks. Maybe it's good that the palette isn't as pigmented now, I'm thinking, because this is supposed to be a work look. So I'm like, maybe that's a good thing. I'm going to take an angled brush and dip back into that purple shade, and I'm just going to run this under my lower lash line. I feel like doing this is very complimentary to the eyes. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. It is a little bit extra, and I also wouldn't go too thick with it, but I do think it makes the eyes look more open. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a concealer. I'm just going to put this onto the lid because next we're going to go in with our lid shade, and I just think this is the easiest way, the best eye look possible, because you're giving yourself a guide. I do this all the time, but I'm telling you guys, this is the easiest way to do your eyeshadow. So once that is on, you can spray your brush if you want to. I'm actually going to because this palette is a little less pigmented. I'm going to use the makeup spray that I picked out. It's the Revolution Calming Makeup Fixing Spray with CBD. And this is just a flat shader brush. These are the best for lid shades. And then I'm going to dip into the shade Lucent. It's one of those like pressed shimmery colors. It kind of looks marbleized. Really pretty pearly pink. And I'm just going to tap this right on top of the concealer. We're going to bring out that sparkle a little bit more. So I mean, since this is an office look, you can go matte if you want to. I like adding a bit of shimmer to the lid. I feel like it does look pretty. And honestly, this isn't going to be like an intense glitter. It's just going to give a little bit of shine. Listen, you could meet your future husband at work. You never know. I've heard that before, people meeting their husbands at work. I mean, you're with those people all day. A girl I used to work with, my friend, her mom actually met her husband at work. He was like an accountant and she was the secretary. And I thought that was a really cute story. Really pretty and unique. It's like a pink with this like, I don't even know. It has this like yellow shift to it. I absolutely love that. I also think it looks really nice with that purple outer corner. Guys, we have so many fun things to try today. Okay, spray the brush again and then go back in with that pink shade. I'm just pressing this on the eye because it does have that little bit of shimmer in it. Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys do for a living, and also, are you remote? Are you in an office? Or are you hybrid? Please let me know. I love hearing from you guys and learning more about you and your life and what you're doing. I think it is fun because a lot of you guys I see all the time in my comments. So when you have a smaller like subscriber base, it's easier to get to know your subscribers, which I really like. I've always wanted to try this eyeliner, so this is the eyeliner I picked out. It is the Sigma Gel Eyeliner in Wicked. It is a black. I love gel pot eyeliners. They're like top running with me with the felt tip pens, and this one has been around forever. Sigma, like I remember when Sigma first came out on YouTube, they had like, I don't know if anyone else remembers this, they designed this like, I think it was like a Paris collection with like the beginning OG YouTubers, and they each like had a palette. I think that was like one of the first ever influencer collabs. And also back in the day, Sigma's brushes used to be like, I think they named them similarly to MAC brushes because they were literally MAC dupes. And then they kind of like got their own naming system, but it originally started out as a like MAC dupe brand. Use whatever brush you feel most comfortable with. I like using this Delium Tools angled liner brush. This is the this is the 708 Ben eyeliner. You can honestly get these anywhere, but I do really like Delium Tools. I'm going to create a wing Ooh, this is a nice liner. Halfway, you can stop like at the front of your eyeball, or your where the color of your eye ends, if that makes sense. Like, here's mine. This is such a smooth black gel liner. Oh my goodness. And I'm not going to make the wing really big. I want it to look like a normal size. Wow. This Sigma liner, 10 out of 10. It is so creamy, so smooth, so pigmented. I love it. It's amazing. I've used a lot of gel liners in my day, so I can tell you guys with confidence that it is really good. I think a nude liner in the waterline is more appropriate than full-on black, especially because it's daytime. I mean, do whatever you feel more comfortable with, but I'm just giving you guys some tips for what I think works best. So I'm going to use this Revlon Color Stay Micro Gel Eyeliner. This is just in the nude shade. This is actually a very, very fine little liner. And just go ahead and put this in the waterline. There are so many different nude liners. Essence has one. Ncla has one that I love. This one's great too. It's just that it's a little bit of a finer tip. I'm taking this little Wet n Wild Sugar Color Icon Single, and I'm just popping this right on the lower part of the eye to brighten up that area. So you don't have to go all the way up here, just right down here. On to mascara, the Revolution Blowout High Volume Mascara. Look at this packaging, you guys. It has that like oil spill look. It is so pretty. Let's see what this is all about. Ooh, it has this funky rubber bristle wand. You guys know I like regular bristles better. This is what the wand looks like. It has like all these bristles popping out. So let's see what we're working with. Right away I can tell this is a layering mascara for me. It's not going to give me the volume I want. I'm like very well versed in mascaras. I know the ones I like right away and the ones I don't like. This one, to me, I wouldn't wear it on its own because I just feel like it's giving not much at all. And I have long lashes, so I feel like my lashes are a good test for mascaras, like how well do they work. This one is so puny, honestly. I can't use this one on its own, so I'm definitely gonna layer this with something else. And a lot of the stuff I have today is Revolution, because that's like one of the most affordable brands they had on the Skinstore website. This, I'm like, no, I wouldn't recommend this mascara. There's so many better ones out there. We going in with the OG Lash Princess. You guys know this is one of my absolute favorite mascaras ever. It is famous and for good reason. I've been using this for years, since like it came out, and I just absolutely love it. So, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. One coat of the Revolution, and then here is my lashes layered with Lash Princess. Like, you can tell how much thicker and fuller these lashes are. Alright guys, so the eyes are pretty much done. I'm going to do my mascara, lower mascara later on after concealer. So let's move on to face. I'm going to go in with the primer I picked out from skinstore.com. It is the Conceal and Fix Mattifying Primer. So this one says it's smooth enriched to ensure a fully matte complexion and shine-free base. So I am feeling a bit shiny right now because I put like a mask on before, like a glowy mask, and then an oil. So I definitely kind of want to matte everything out. So, ooh, oh gosh, this is like, this is very watery. I don't know if it's supposed to be that way or if it's just the first pump. So weird, it's like shooting out when I press it. I guess that's just the formula. It's very watery. I thought it was going to be thicker. So I'm just going to put this on. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand, the forehead, the cheeks. This is interesting. I don't feel like my skin looks really matte. Usually with a mattifying primer, you see it kind of like really mattes out and gets rid of that shine. But this didn't do that. I don't know. Interesting. Maybe when I put the foundation on, that will change. It does have salicylic acid in it, which I think is really interesting. On to foundation. I picked out the number 7 Protect and Perfect Advanced All-in-One Foundation. So number 7 is also a drugstore brand. I really like their products from everything that I've tried. It has SPF 50, that's awesome, suitable for sensitive skin, hydrating and age defying. So I'm excited to try this guy out. Maybe we'll do a brush test and a sponge test. So here is what the foundation looks like. It is in this little tube because it blurs lines, wrinkles, and pores, and it has age-defying skin benefits. I did also pick up this yellow beauty blender. It was like the only sponge that I could find on the skinstore.com website. So it is the OG beauty blender. I can't even remember like the last time I had a fresh new beauty blender. So we're gonna use this. I'm just gonna go wet it and I will come back. I actually listened to a whole podcast with the creator of the beauty blender. Literally created like this makeup sponge shape. So if you guys want to listen to it, it's Marianna Hewitt's podcast on Spotify. It was actually very interesting. I love listening to brand founders like stories and kind of their thoughts and everything on how they got started. Really interesting. The shade I picked out is Cool Beige. Hopefully this matches. I have seen not one soul talk about this foundation. I haven't seen it anywhere. I'm really into these more like lighter weight foundations. You guys know I've been talking about it for a while, how I've really been enjoying these like medium foundations. I feel like they just make your skin look so healthy. Sponge on one half, and then I want to do a brush on the other side. It feels so weird to be using like an actual beauty blender because I've always just been using the dupes. How are we looking here? Definitely has a glowy finish, but I like it. I mean, I'm definitely gonna have to set it down, but for sure light coverage. I'm not gonna get like full coverage out of this foundation. That's not what it's for. It's medium coverage on the front of the packaging. Here is before and here is after, one side done. I think it looks really nice. A glowier kind of finish. Very on trend with what we've been seeing with all the skin tints recently. I'm gonna use my Heavenly Luxe brush from IT Cosmetics. This foundation brush I want so bad. Makeup by Rose or Rose and Ben on Instagram talks about it. It's by a brand called Ncla, but I think she actually sold it out, so it's out of stock right now. But when it comes back in stock, I definitely want to get it because everyone's saying it's like the best foundation brush ever. I definitely a bit more coverage with the brush, as I kind of thought it would be more coverage with the brush. That's usually what happens. The sponge is more of a sheer application. I think if you have dry skin and not too much like problems like redness on your skin, I think you would really like this foundation. It's definitely reminiscent of other like lightweight skin tints that I have. Kind of reminds me of like the Essence Pretty Fresh. Reminds me a lot of the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. Like very, very similar. Okay, I am gonna move on to concealer. I picked out the Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite Concealer. I have the shade C6. I got this to use underneath my eyes. So what I like to do is I go on my nose, the side of my nose, I go down like that, and then brush up like that. And I'm just gonna use the beauty blender, the other side, to blend this out. It's definitely a light shade. I've kind of not been going as light with my concealer recently. I've been trying to match it a little closer to my skin tone. It's a little hard online, like trying to guess your color. Doe Foot wand, like very reminiscent of Shape Tape. Oh, I also forgot to say, I'm not gonna do falsies today because since this is more of a work setting kind of look, I just feel like no one really wears fake lashes to an office. Concealer, it covers up really nicely. I like the applicator. We'll see how it wears. So far I do really like it. I like the coverage it gives. So I picked up two powders to use. This first one, and both of them I have already used before and I love them both. So I got two different shades than what I have in my collection. So the Covergirl Clean Fresh powder. This is amazing. It has this beautiful soft focus blurring look when you put it on your skin. Severely underrated. It's so good. I actually originally had this shade. So this is light, and the shade I got is Porcelain, so I could use this underneath the eyes. Then I'm just going to take the beauty blender and press it into the powder, and I'm just going to put this underneath my eyes to set the under eye powder. You can also use this as like an all over powder foundation if you have one that matches your skin tone. Wow, my under eyes are so bright. Do you guys see that? Oh my goodness. For the rest of the face, what I'm going to use is one of my favorite powders ever. It's the No. 7 Lift and Luminate Triple Action Finishing Powder in light medium. I currently have the shade light, and I actually hit pan on it because it's so good. It's very reminiscent of the CoverGirl one. Blurring look to the face, fine lines, pores. It's pretty crazy, like especially on my forehead. It has this crazy blurring quality. You can also use this like with a little brush, and you can press it into areas of your face that you want to kind of blur. Press it into the other areas of my face. But honestly, it is crazy how this powder is. Like when I first used it, it honestly shocked me. I like to just roll and press into the skin. Here's my other one, light. You can see that I hit pan on this one. Another Revolution product. This is the Precise Brow Pencil in dark brown. I like pre-opened all the packages beforehand so I wouldn't mess up my nails. I also like to go in with a little bit of that like soap wax stuff. I spray it first with the setting spray because it kind of activates it. Then put the brush in and just brush up the brows. I feel like it helps. Ooh, it is a very, very tiny little pencil. I start at the front of my brow. And then draw in the sparse areas. And then I blend upwards. Oh, this is actually a really nice pencil. Okay, so the highlighter that I chose is actually something I already owned. They didn't have too many to choose from, and I knew I already had this highlighter at home, so I was like, I'm just going to use the one that I have, but this is the one they have on the website. It is Makeup Revolution highlighter in Just My Type. This is such a beautiful highlighter. I have used it before on camera. I'll show you guys a swatch. It is so pretty. It has like a very icy kind of peach look to it. It's absolutely stunning. So I'm just using a Wet n Wild highlighter brush. And a couple swipes should be good. I'm not going to go too crazy. I keep forgetting this has to be like work appropriate. So 2 swipes, that's it. You don't have to put on too much highlight. And then for blush, I picked up the Revolution Blusher Reloaded in this beautiful shade called Peach Bliss. Here it is. I thought this was a beautiful shade. I love peachy blushes. There's no shimmer that I can detect. It just looks like a matte. I love angled brushes because I feel like I can work it up higher on my cheek. Beautiful color. It looks really nice with the eyes. And again, you don't need too much, so that's all I'm going to put, and then I'm just going to blend it out. Then I'm going to go ahead and do my bottom lashes. I'm actually going to use the Revolution mascara. We're almost to the end. I have this Revolution Pro Sculpting Bronzer in the shade In Robe. Ooh, it has this really cute packaging. Expect that. Oh, hello, color. I'm gonna use like a lighter touch brush with this. So this is just a big LA Colors brush, something that will diffuse the color a bit more. Tap off the excess and work that in. Very pigmented. You do not need a lot, you guys. Lastly, we have lips, and I feel like my lips are so dry right now because of the foundation and everything. So this is something I picked up. I thought it looked so interesting and cute. It is this Ncla LA or Los Angeles Almond Cookie Natural Lip Balm. Ooh, it smells just like a rainbow cookie. Is this like, let's see. Ooh, it's more like liquidy than I'm used to. Something more of a like thinner formula. Lastly, for lips, I got Velvet Kiss lip crayon, thinking I could use it as a lip liner. The shade is Chauffeur. You can also use this all over your lips. I might do that. Makeup Revolution Pout Bomb Plumping Lip Gloss in the shade Candy. Really pretty nude pink color. So let's try these out. I do have to kind of wipe off a little bit of this lipstick, this lip gloss, because I feel like it's just a little too liquidy. Okay, so let's try this guy first. Okay, and I think I'll probably fill in my lips with this too. It's like the perfect Your Lips But Better nude. It's a gloss, definitely a very me kind of shade. It says it is plumping with vitamin E. Oh yes, oh my gosh. Nude pink, opaque, I love it. That is so pretty. It has a very, very minty scent to it. Lips are on, I love it. And then I'm going to finish off lastly with the Makeup Revolution Calming Fixing Spray with Cannabis Sativa. This says it fixes your makeup for long lasting wear. So let's go ahead and spray this. Sprayer is nice. Scent's not as bad as I thought. I like to just take the sponge and just mesh everything together while my skin is still wet. Okay guys, I am back. My makeup is all done and I really like the way everything came out. Let me know what you guys think. It's definitely something a little bit softer. This might not be for everyone. For me, it's a softer makeup look. You definitely don't have to do this much. I just want to show you guys an option for something you can wear that's a little bit more glam if you want to wear makeup to the office. I feel like this is definitely appropriate. Even the foundation I used, that was definitely more of a skin tint, but you can see it's so crazy when everything's said and done with your blush, your bronzer, and your highlight. The skin tint actually looks like a decent coverage foundation on my skin. Like, I feel like I definitely have coverage. It kind of comes together in the end. I feel like the concealer is definitely a bit too light for my under eyes. I don't love this light of a look anymore. I do like this concealer though. I just wish I had one shade up. So it's not really the fault of the concealer, it's more just the shade that I picked. I gotta say, I love the way this number 7 Protect and Perfect foundation looks on my skin. When everything is set, I think it looks so nice. I'm definitely going to be reaching for this again. I love that it has SPF 50. Definitely going to be adding this to my foundation rotation. I'm going to probably use it again tomorrow. I really highly recommend this one if you're looking for something that gives really nice coverage, but it's also super lightweight. It did not accentuate the lines on my forehead. I love everything. This mascara I just do not think is good. This Revolution oil spill one, I would just completely skip this and just go for Lash Princess. Another product I just didn't love was this eyeshadow palette. It's really pretty when you look at it, but honestly, I just felt like the colors were dusty. They blended away super easily. I just feel like there's better options out there. However, I do think $10 is a decent price for it, but I don't know. I feel like I can't recommend it. I like how the eyes came out. I like that shimmer shade I used. I think that shade was like probably my favorite out of everything that I used in the palette. The mattes are just super powdery and dusty, so I was definitely disappointed in this. So there's that. Like I was saying, Revolution can be like a hit or a miss, unfortunately. I thought the Beauty Blender did a great job. You know, you have to get a Beauty Blender? No, but it was really fun to be able to use a Beauty Blender rather than like a dupe. So, I mean, $20 I still think is ridiculous for a sponge, but it does do a phenomenal job. I will definitely say that. But I think you're safe using dupes. This highlighter is so gorgeous. I didn't want to like pile it on too much because this was supposed to be more of a office appropriate back to work look, but this I definitely recommend for an amazing drugstore highlight. Loved this Ncla Lip Balm, although I do think it is more of a thinner formula. It's definitely one of those lip balms that you just kind of want to slather on all the time because it tastes so good. However, jury's still out if it gives the moisturizing benefits that I look for in a lip balm. The mattifying primer was interesting. I'm not sure how much I love this. Like, it didn't give me this instant mattified look to my skin, so I have to kind of use it a little bit more. It's definitely very watery, so I'm kind of like on the fence with this. A lot of products I liked but was like on the fence with. This Makeup Revolution Fixing Calming Spray I thought was really good. I feel like it definitely meshed all the makeup together on my skin, so I would totally use this again and recommend it. I thought it was a really great spray, and I've said this so many times, but I feel like the CBD thing in makeup is just like, I don't really see like the benefit to it. But I mean, it's probably one of those things that's like, if you ingest like drops or something, then you can see a difference. But with makeup, I'm kind of like about it. I loved this Sigma liner, one of my favorite things I used today in the shade Wicked. Beautiful. Will absolutely be keeping this and using it probably a ton in upcoming videos and just daily life. It is so smooth and pigmented and beautiful. These powders are amazing, you guys. The number 7 Lift and Luminate, oh my goodness, so good. If you need something lighter, definitely go with the shade below light medium. Get light because this is quite a bit deeper. The blurring effect this gives to your skin is just, it's chef's kiss. It's so good. And then this Covergirl powder, I honestly feel is very similar to the number 7. Gives that same blurred look to the skin. It's gorgeous and definitely something you can use to set all over your face, or you can use it under your eyes like I did, but you will be shocked by how well these like blur the skin. So that is everything, you guys. I will have all the products linked down below if you guys want to shop these products on skinstore.com or just browse and see what else they have. They have so much makeup. It's a really great website, and I had so much fun doing this video, sharing with you guys a back to work, back to office look. Let me know what you think, if you enjoyed it, if you're gonna try it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!